Hi students, the last year in 9th Diksha we discussed about the plus 1 NCERT textbook. Right? This year in 10th Diksha we'll discuss about the plus 2 NCERT. Right? So in plus 2 NCERT the very important chapter sexual reproduction in flowering plants. From this chapter in NEET examination 2 to 3 bits are given. Definitely 2 bits are given. Right? So here 2 to 3 bits are given from this chapter. Right? So that's why this is a very important chapter. See here the title of the chapter is sexual reproduction in flowering plants. I thought, okay, everybody remember we discussed about the types of the plants, the basic types of the plants. In that case, all we know the very first plants are algae, right? The next plants are bryophytes. The next plants are pteridophytes. The next plants are gymnosperms, bryophytes, pteridophytes, gymnosperms. Right? The last one is the angiosperms. These are the types of the plants. These are the types of the plants we already discussed. Right? See, means we have to discuss about here evolution of the plants. The very first plants are algae. The very first plants are algae. The next type of plants are bryophytes. Here the next type of plants are bryophytes. Right? And the next type of plants are pteridophytes. Right? Next type of plants are gymnosperms. The last type is the angiosperms. So if I ask the question regarding to these plants, in all these plants, which plants are advanced plants? Definitely the answer is angiosperms. Right? These are, okay, recently means in the evolution process the last evolved or the recently evolved plants are angiosperms. Here, see the very first evolved plants are the primitive plants are algae. The very first plants or the primitive plants are here algae. Right? So this is about the evolution of the plants. Sir, why we are discussing about the evolution of the plants? Remember, all plants are not produces the flowers. All plants are not produces the flowers. See, the flower producing plants are here only two. One is the gymnosperms, other one is the angiosperms. So in the entire plants, right, only here the two, okay, see this is one class, algae, bryophytes, pteridophytes, so gymnosperms, angiosperms. These are the different classes, right? Here gymnosperms and angiosperms. These are only involved in the production of flowers. These are only involved in the production of flowers. These two have the capacity to produce the flowers. Only these gymnosperms and angiosperms have the capacity to produce the plants. Remaining plants not have the capacity to produce the plants. So the flowering plants are here, gymnosperms and angiosperms. Remember, the gymnosperms are, okay, the gymnosperm produces the flowers, but these are not considered as true flowers. These are also produces flowers. The gymnosperms producing flowers are not considered as true flowers because the gymnosperm producing flowers are, okay, not exhibit any colors. Not exhibit any colors. Simply the dark brown color. We know about the pinus cone, right? So that is also one of the flower. Okay, the pinus belongs to that gymnosperms. Okay, it produces that male and female cones. Okay, these are having very dark brown color. Okay, these are called as flowers, but these are not considered as true flowers. Actually, most of the scientists' point of view, the flowers always exhibit different types of colors. The flowers always exhibit different types of colors, right? See why the flowers exhibit colors, we'll discuss later. Right? So here angiosperms. So in this chapter we are discussing about, okay, sexual reproduction in flowering plants, especially the plants are belongs to the angiosperms. The plants are belongs to the angiosperms, right? So here in flowering plants, how reproduction takes place. In flowering plants, how the reproduction takes place. We know in normal case also we know about that types of the reproductions. Sir, there is two types of reproductions are there. One is called as asexual reproduction, other one is called as sexual reproduction. Other one is called as sexual reproduction. We know about that asexual reproduction, especially in plants. Okay, we know asexual reproduction in plants. See, there is a vegetative propagation method is there. Ion and stalk method, right? So we are cutting the plants. Okay, layering method, another type of method is the layering method, right? So asexual reproduction is nothing but vegetative reproduction process. The body parts are cutted, which are implanted in the soil. Then which part we are implanted in the soil, that particular part produces the roots. Then that part develop into the new plant. So that one is considered as vegetative reproduction. That is about the asexual reproduction. Asexual reproduction means here there is no formation of male and female gametes. Simply the vegetative parts of the plants, involve in the production of new plants. Right? That is considered the vegetative reproduction. So the vegetative reproduction is one type of asexual reproduction. Vegetative reproduction is one type of asexual reproduction. In asexual reproduction again several types are there, but in the simple manner, in the basic manner, we are discussing here the vegetative reproduction. Right? And coming to the next one, sexual reproduction. So what is sexual reproduction? We know any organism, okay, here male and female, two types are there. Okay, any species we are taken, male is there, female is there. Right? See, in plants also there is a male gametes production is there, female gametes production is there. Male gametes production and female gametes production. So the fusion of male and female gametes, right? So that is nothing but fertilization. The fertilization supporting for the zygote formation. Zygote formation is supporting for the embryo development. Embryo development is supporting in plants the new plant production. So here sexual reproduction is nothing but production of male and female gametes which are fused. So the production of male and female gametes, that is completely related to the sexual reproduction. Right? See, this one is also called, the sexual reproduction is also called amphimixis. Here amphi indicates two. Amphi indicates here two. See, two opposite. One is that male, other one is the female. Right? Amphi mixes. The male and female gametes are mixed. The male and female gametes are fused. That one is considered as the sexual reproduction. Sir, if anyone asks me the question, sir, asexual reproduction is there, sexual reproduction is there, which one is the best one and why? See, the answer is very simple. Lower organisms always exhibit asexual reproduction. Higher organisms are exhibit sexual reproduction. So, if we run that pattern in our brain, then we have the answer. Lower and higher. Higher follows the sexual reproduction. Lower organisms follows the asexual reproduction. Sir, why the lower organisms? The bacteria is the one of the best example. The bacteria not having any special sexual organs. It only follows the asexual reproduction. So lower organisms are unable to exhibit the sexual reproduction. Right? So here the sexual reproduction, okay, always advanced than asexual reproduction. Always sexual reproduction is advanced than asexual reproduction. Why? We know within sexual reproduction process there is a meiosis takes place. That meiosis is responsible for the generation of new characters. We know within meiosis process there is a crossing over which takes place. That crossing over supporting for the exchange of the genes. That genes are supporting for the generation of new characters. Generation of new characters or production of new characters. That's the reason why, see, several types of organisms are evolved by the crossing over process from a single type of organisms or from unicellular organisms, especially from bacteria, the human beings are evolved. From the bacteria, right, human beings are evolved. See what I am telling here, initially lower organisms, there is no much changes. Once the, okay, multicellular organisms are produced. Multicellular organisms means many number of cells are supporting to form the single organism. Unicellular organisms means only single cell is responsible to complete all the functions. So, especially in multicellular organisms, okay, the evolution majorly carried out by the crossing over. Majorly carried out by the crossing over. So the crossing over takes place within the meiosis. So sexual reproduction, in sexual reproduction, the meiosis takes place. In sexual reproduction, the meiosis takes place. So here my question is asexual reproduction and sexual reproduction. Which one is the best one? We have to choose here definitely sexual reproduction is the best one. The simple answer is meiosis takes place. In meiosis, crossing over takes place. In crossing over, there is an exchange of genes takes place. That exchange of genes supporting for the generation of new characters. Right? So that's the reason why here sexual reproduction is very important one. Right? Especially in flowers, especially in plants, advanced plants or higher plants, the flowers production takes place. We know, I thought everyone we have the idea on the flower. Right? See, flowers are aesthetic. Means flowers are very beauty, very attractive, and most of the flowers are colored. Right? See, the flowers also carries the human feelings. Either happy situation or the sorrowful situation. In any situation, flowers carries the human feelings. Simply, I want to tell one thing regarding to the flowers. Flowers are very attractive. Right? So that is about we know about that flower, right? So that is about the flower, right? So this is the one of the flower structure. This is one of the flower structure. Within the flower, different parts are there. Within this flower, different parts are there. See, sir, all flowers are exhibit colors or not? All flowers are exhibit colors or not? See, all flowers are not exhibit colors. All flowers are not exhibit colors. See, some flowers are exhibit colors, some flowers are not exhibit colors. Sir, why some flowers are exhibit colors? Why some are not exhibit colors? See, some plants producing colored plants, the pollination done by the insects. The pollination done by the insects. So, those the flowers, pollination done by the insects, okay, that flowers must and should be exhibit the colors. The flowers should be exhibit the colors. Because if the flower is colored flower, then the insects are attracted. If the insects are attracted, there is an insect pollination will be takes place. So those the flowers exhibit colors which attracts the insects, and there is an insect pollination is takes place. That is nothing but cross pollination. Right? And other one, some flowers are not exhibit colors. See, what are the flowers? Especially night blossoming flowers are there. Okay, which are opened at night time. So, which are exhibit only white color. White color indicates a colorless. Which are exhibit only white color. Due to the reason is, see, during the night time, okay, other than white color, not identified by the insect. So all night blossoming flowers are exhibit white color. White color indicates here colorless. So all daytime blossoming flowers are daytime open flowers, which are exhibit different types of colors. Maybe the red, maybe the pink, maybe the yellow. Different types of colors are exhibited. Simple. Colored flowers, opened at the daytime, which are attract the insects. Colored flowers are easily identified by the insects. Then cross pollination takes place. Colorless means white color flowers, which are opened at night time. Because if the flower opened at the night time, the white flower opened at the night time, which are easily identified by the insect. During the night time, the white color is identified by the insect. Other than white color, the insect is unable to identify. Then night time also, there is a insect pollination takes place. Right? That is about the colors. So this is the flower structure. Right? Here there is two types of the parts are there within that flower. There is an essential parts are there and non-essential parts are there. First of all, we will discuss about the parts. Then after that, we will discuss about which parts are essential and why these are essential, which parts are non-essential, why these are non-essential. We will discuss. Right? So this is about one of the flower. Right? So here whatever that colored part is there, just imagine this is the colored flower. Right? See, the colored part is there. The colored part, these are nothing but petals. These are nothing but the petals. right? See, there is a green color part is there at the bottom of the flower. There is a green color part is there. These are called as sepals. These are called as sepals, right? So simple. This is one of the flower bottom side part, which are called as sepals, right? See the colored part, which are called as petals, right? Next one. See, there is an inner side of the flower. Inner side of the flower, right? Long stick-like structures are present. These are called as anthers. Sorry, these are called as stamens. These are called as stamens, right? At the center of the flower, okay, there is a long structure is there. See, this is the gynoecium. This part is called as, this entire part is called as gynoecium. I'll discuss one by one. Okay, right? I collected some flowers here. I like to explain the flowers parts also. So, in a plant, how the flower production is takes place, how the flowers are produced. We know about the phytohormones, right? Within the flowers, within the plants, the phytohormones production is takes place. See, within the plant, there is in leaves are there. Okay, at particular one location, the leaves are arranged very concentrically, means very closely. Upon that leaves, at early stage, a group of phytohormones are active. Then, presence of that phytohormones, the flowers production is takes place. Presence of phytohormones, the flowers production is takes place. So, this is the very first. Okay, this is the first stage of the flower. This is the bud stage. Okay, this is the flower bud. Right here, initially there is a green color. Right. Yeah. This is the green color part. This is completely green color part, right? And next one, slowly here the green color. Okay, from the green color there is a red color is appeared. See, the green color indicates here sepals. The green color indicates here sepals, right? The green color part indicates here sepals. So this is about the sepals. Okay, the red color part indicates here. The red color part indicates here petals. The red color part indicates here petals, right? And gradually the petals are grown, right? The petal parts are continuously grown, right? Up to certain height, up to certain height, or up to certain limit, right? So this is about that completely developed flower, right? This is the completely developed flower. See, if we compare these two flowers here, see, this is the green color part, this is the green color part. So the green color part, this is the green color part. The green color parts are called as sepals. The green color parts are called as sepals. Whatever that basement region is there here, the basement region is there. The basement region is called as thalamus. The basement region is called as thalamus. Whatever that colored parts are there here, these are the colored parts, right? So these colored parts are called as petals. Red color parts are called as here petals, right? That is about the petals. And inside there is an anthers are there. All of you see here, there is an yellow color structures are there here. Yellow color, many number of structures are there here, right? These yellow color structures are indicates here, anthers. The yellow color tip parts are there. The yellow color parts are called as anthers. And anthers are, attached with the stalk-like structure. The anthers are attached with the stalk-like structure. These are called as filaments. The anthers are attached with the stalk-like structure or filament-like structure, right? So these are the filaments. The long structures, these are the long structures which are called as filaments. Whatever that swollen structure is there, the swollen structure is called as anther, right? See, anther plus filament, that one is called as stamen. Anther plus filament is called as stamen. A group of stamens are called as andrecium. A group of stamens are called as andrecium. All of you remember, andrecium indicates here the male reproductive organs. The andrecium indicates here the male reproductive organs, right? And coming to the next one, see, if we see in, this is the flower. Okay, if we remove that yellow color parts, and if we remove that colored parts also here, if we open slowly, right? Yeah. these are the yellow color parts are indicates here anthers, right? The red color parts are indicates here petals, right? See, the green color part indicates here. The green color part indicates here sepals. Yeah, this is the green color part. The green color part indicates here sepals, right? If we remove the sepals, here, right? There is an basement swollen structure is there. This is the basement swollen structure. This is the basement swollen structure, right? Especially this part is called as ovary. This part is called as ovary. See, whatever that swollen part is there, the swollen part is called as ovary. And there is a long stalk-like structure is there. Okay, white color part here. The long white color part is called as style part. The long, okay, this is the long structure. The long structure is called as style. Whatever that the tip part is there, okay, here there is a red color parts are there. The tip part indicates here stigma. This tip part indicates here stigma. So within the flower at the center, okay, there is a stigma is there, right? Long structure is there. This one is called as style part. At the basement there is a swollen structure is there. This one is called as ovary. And inside the ovary, many number of ovules are present. Inside the ovary, many number of ovules are present. See, the number of ovules depends on type of the plant species. In some plants, maybe single ovule is present. One of the best example, rice. Right? In some plants, many number of ovules are present. So here, that is about that the center part. This is it. Okay. See, the stigma part, style part, ovary. Ovary contains ovules. So these three parts, especially these three parts, okay, just add the ovule also. See, majorly three: stigma, style, ovary, because ovary contains the ovules. So these three parts are commonly called as pistil. The three parts are commonly called as pistil, right? See, the pistil is also called gynoecium. See here, gynoecium indicates here female reproductive organs. Female reproductive organs. Right? So we discussed about here the one of that stigma part, style part, ovary. Right? See, these are called as pistils. These are also called gynoecium. Another one, see, there is an anther is there and long stalk-like structure is there. This one is called as filament. See, these two are commonly called as stamens. A group of stamens are called as andrecium. So there is an andrecium, gynoecium. Andrecium indicates here male reproductive organs. Gynoecium indicates here female reproductive organs. Right? So that is about the flower structure. Right? We have to discuss about the different parts of the flowers. See, sir, what is the function of the sepals? In that case, I will say my answer here. See, this is the early stage of the flower. The early stage of the flower or bud stage of the flower completely covered by the sepals. So we can guess here the function of the sepal: protection. Whatever that the flower parts are there, the flower parts at bud stage completely protected by the sepals. And the next function of the sepal. See, the green color, it's involved in the photosynthesis process. The part exhibits the green color. The sepals exhibit the green color, involved in the photosynthesis process. So here sepals, right? One is that protection of the floral parts, right? And next one involved in the photosynthesis, right? That is about the outer wall of the flower. The next wall is the petals. See, these are the petals, right? The red color parts. The red color parts are petals, right? See, these are especially involved in the protection of andrecium and the gynoecium. So these are the red color parts. These are indicates here the petals. So which are involved in the protection of andrecium and gynoecium. One more function is there. One more function exhibited by the petal. Yeah, petals are petal, right? See, the function is attraction of insects. The insects are attracted, especially the colored petals, right? Not only the colored petal. See, during night time also, yeah, the white color, which are the flowers which are exhibit the white color. The white color indicates during the night time the insects are identifies the white color. But here majorly here the white, the colored flowers. Okay, majorly having the colored petals. The colored petals are attract the insects. So involved in the petals are involved in the cross pollination. The petals are involved in the cross pollination, right? So that is about the petal function. So I said here, one is the protection of androecium, gynoecium. Other one is involved in the attraction of insects. That is nothing but involved in the cross pollination, right? That is about the second function. And next one, androecium is there. Okay, this is one of that androecium. That is nothing but group of stamens are there. Stamens are nothing but here anther and the filaments. See, within that the anther part is very important. See, this is the anther part. This is the anther part. Or here that yellow color. Okay, yellow color structures are indicates here anther parts, which are especially involved in the production of pollen grains. The anthers are involved in the production of pollen grains. So that's the reason why the anthers are very important for the sexual reproduction. And the last one, the center part, that is nothing but gynoecium part. The gynoecium is having that, okay, this is the one of the ovary part. Ovary contains the ovules. Ovules contains the egg cells. Ovules contains the egg cells. So the egg cells are very important for the fertilization of sexual reproduction. The next part is the style part, right? This is the long structure. The style. This is the style part, right? What is the function of the style? See, upon that style means the very first part or the tip part. The part is the stigma. See, these two are performs the quite different function. See, the stigma. The stigma is the platform for the pollen grains. Upon the stigma, pollen grains are reached. Then between the pollen grains and the stigma, there is an interaction which takes place, right? So once the pollen grains are falls on the stigma, or suppose this is one of the pollen grain. If the pollen grains are reaches the stigma, between these two, there is an interaction which takes place. Between the stigma and the pollen grains, there is an interaction which takes place. If the interaction which takes place, then the pollen grains are produces the pollen tube. The pollen grains are produces the pollen tube. So the pollen tubes are continuously grown. The pollen tubes are continuously grown, and which are reaches the ovule. Which are reaches the ovule. So within the ovule, the fertilization is takes place. Within the ovule, the fertilization is takes place. So I asked here the question: the function of the style and the function of the stigma. Stigma, it's act like a platform, right? And pollen grains are falls. Okay, pollen grains are falls on the stigma. There is an interaction which takes place between the stigma and the pollen grain. So after that interaction, pollen tube formation which takes place, right? So the pollen tube passes. The pollen tube passes. Okay, supported by the style part. The pollen tube passes. Okay, supported by the style part. So this is the stigma part. Okay, this is the stigma part. Always pollen tube is formed inside the stigma only. Why not like this? Why not the pollen tube growing, okay, from inside to outside? Why not it's growing from inside to outside? Why always the pollen tube formed inside the style part and it finally reaches the ovule? See, within the style part, there is a calcium, okay, calcium gradient is there. Within that style part, there is a calcium molecules are there, okay. That calcium molecules existed in the form of gradients. For suppose this is the style part and these are the calcium molecules. So the calcium molecules are supporting for the okay, passage of pollen tube. So here not only the calcium, molybdenum also very important. Calcium is required, molybdenum is required, right? See, some of the phytohormones are required. So presence of phytohormones and presence of these molecules or the elements, so the pollen tube formed, right? Finally the pollen tube reaches the ovule, right? So that is about the function of the stigma, style and the ovule. See, ovules are present within the ovary. We have to know the ovary modified into fruit. The ovules are modified into seeds. Whatever that ovules are there, after the fertilization, the ovules are modified into seeds. The ovary is modified into fruit. The ovary is modified into fruit. Most of the students, we are thinking just up to the flower level, but okay, we have to think after the flower. What is the main theme of the flower is the production of seeds. So the seeds are present within the fruit. The seeds are present within the fruits, right? So that is about the flower production, seeds production, and the fruit production, right? Within the flower, there is in two parts are there. One is the essential parts, other one is the non-essential parts. Essential parts. See, within the flower, essential parts means androecium and the gynoecium. Androecium means the male reproductive organs. Gynoecium means female reproductive organs. So within a flower, there is an androecium is there, gynoecium is there, which are very important because the androecium, that is nothing but there is stamens are there. Stamens are having filament and the anther. Anthers are contains the microspore mother cells. That microspore mother cells produces the pollen grains. That microspore mother cells produces the pollen grains. So production of pollen grains done by, okay, there is in stamen structures are there, and within that female reproductive organs, there is an ovary is there. Ovary contains the ovules. Ovule contains that female gametophyte. Within the female gametophyte, there is an egg cell is present. Right? So egg cell and the pollen grain contains male gametes which are involved in the fertilization. That's the reason why here in a flower essential parts are androecium and the gynoecium. Right, coming to the next one, non-essential parts. Within the flower, the non-essential parts are, we know, the sepals and the petals. See, why these are non-essential means, which are involved in the production mechanism, no doubt about it, but which are not supporting, okay, means here, whatever that the sepals and petals are there, okay, which are not moving or which are not transferred from one generation to the next generation, which are directly not involved in the next generation production, which are not involved in the next generation production. That is nothing but the seeds production, the male gametes production, the female gametes production. Okay, that functions are not carried out by the sepals and the petals. That's the reason why these are considered as non-essential parts. In a flower, okay, if the sepals and petals are absent, even though the flower is very useful, in a flower, okay, the androecium and gynoecium is absent, that is not useful. So, based on that, the essential parts are androecium and the gynoecium, and non-essential parts are the sepals and the petals. Right? So, that is about the flower structure. Right? Remember, the flowers which are majorly involved in the sexual reproduction. Finally, the flowers produces the seeds. The seeds are present within the fruits. Right? So, the fruits contains the seeds. The fruits are formed by the ovary. Okay, the seeds are produced by the ovules. Right? That is about the introduction for the sexual reproduction of flowering plants. Right?